There are 7 summer pieces that many elegant French women wear on repeat all season long, and you probably already own most of them. But the pieces aren't the secret. Watch this. The same linen trousers worn low and loose look shapeless, but raise the waist, show the ankle, add one front tuck, and the whole outfit changes in a second. The pieces are ordinary. The difference is 7 small styling decisions. You've probably felt the gap without being able to name it. Summer comes, the weather turns hot, and looking elegant suddenly feels harder. Everything is lighter, barer, less structured, and it's easy to end up either too covered and warm or a little undone. Meanwhile, you see a French woman of 60 or 70 at a cafe in linen and flat sandals, looking cool and refined, and like she didn't try at all. She isn't wearing anything expensive. She's wearing these 7 pieces, worn the way she always wears them. Here's the principle underneath all of it, and it's the heart of French summer dressing. Elegance in the heat comes from restraint, not effort. Fewer pieces, better worn, natural fabrics, easy shapes, one beautiful detail, nothing fussy. So as we go, do 2 things for me. Count how many of these 7 pieces you already own, and be honest about how many you're actually wearing this way. Because at the end, I'll show you how the very same 7 pieces build a whole summer of outfits. Cafe, market, lunch, travel, a cool evening on a terrace, from what's already in your closet. Stay to the end for that because that's where the 7 pieces stop being a list and become a wardrobe. Tip 1. Linen trousers. Raise the waist, show the ankle. The first piece is a pair of linen trousers, and the French woman reaches for them before she ever reaches for shorts. The common assumption is that summer means showing more leg to stay cool, but loose, breathable linen actually keeps you cooler than tight shorts and looks far more refined. The detail that changes everything is proportion. She wears them wide and slightly cropped at the ankle, sitting at the true waist, never low. And she half tucks a simple top into the front, so the waist is defined and the line stays long. The wrinkles in linen aren't a flaw to her. They're the sign of a natural fabric worn with ease. Same trousers, 2 results. Worn baggy and low with an untucked tee, shapeless, a little sloppy. Worn at the waist, cropped at the ankle, a small knot of the top tucked in at the front, flat sandals showing the ankle, composed, cool, deliberate. One is hiding the figure, the other is organizing it. Quick test as you look in the mirror. Can you see your ankle and can you see your waist? If yes to both, the proportion is right, but trousers are only the base, and the next piece is the one that does the most work for the least effort. Tip 2. The open linen shirt, movement, and 2 long lines. The second piece is the humble button-up shirt in linen or cotton. And here's the thing, she rarely buttons it. She wears it open, as a light layer over everything, and it may be the hardest working piece of her whole summer. Notice what she does not do. She doesn't button it to the neck or tuck it in stiffly. She throws it open over a simple tank or tee, sleeves rolled to the forearm, collar relaxed. Worn open, it makes 2 long vertical lines down the front, which lengthens and slims the whole silhouette. And it solves real summer problems. A little arm coverage when you want it, and something elegant to reach for when the evening cools. Picture her at an outdoor cafe, open over a tank in the warmth of the afternoon, then drawn lightly over the shoulders, or one button closed when the air turns cool at dusk. 1 piece, all day, into the evening. Same shirt, 2 registers, buttoned up and tucked in, formal, warm-looking, a little severe for summer, worn open over a tank, sleeves rolled, drifting as she moves, relaxed, refined, cool in both senses. One is buttoned shut, the other is lived in. Quick test. When you put it on open, do the 2 front edges fall in clean vertical lines? That's the slimming effect doing its work. And now the third piece, because even beautiful linen can suddenly look cheap if you get this one wrong. Tip 3. Flat leather sandals, the 3-second test. The third piece is a pair of flat sandals, and this is exactly where many summer looks quietly fall apart. In shiny plastic, loud colors, or anything that looks cheap up close. Everything above the ankle can be working, and the wrong shoe lowers the entire outfit. So instead of a rule, here's a 3-second test she effectively runs on any sandal. 1. Are they clean and in good repair? 2. Does the material look refined up close, good leather, or a well-made alternative with simple, clean straps, not shiny and not fussy? 3. Can you walk naturally in them all day? Pass all 3, and the sandal does its job, which is to finish the outfit quietly. She keeps the color neutral, tan, cream, black, soft metallic. So one good pair goes with everything else on this list. The sandal should disappear into the outfit but never look neglected. Same outfit, two endings. Finished with bright, plasticky, or worn-out sandals. The eye drops and the whole look cheapens. Finished with a simple, clean, neutral sandal, expensive and intentional from head to toe. Everything above the ankle was working. The shoe decided the rest. Quick test. Would these still look refined both from a meter away and up close? If yes, they're right. Now the fourth piece, and it's the one everyone thinks they understand. Tip 4. The striped or fine knit top. It's about the neckline, not the stripe. The fourth piece is a simple top in a natural fiber, often a Breton stripe, or a fine cotton or linen knit. Everyone knows the striped top. But the question isn't simply whether the top is striped, it's whether the stripe, the neckline, and the sleeve all bring attention back to your face. Here's the part most people miss. A wide, high-contrast, boxy stripe with a high crew neck can overwhelm a face over 60 and square off the shoulders. A softer stripe, a slightly open neckline, a soft V or a wider boat neck that sits just off the collarbone, and a sleeve that ends at a flattering point on the arm. That combination keeps the eye traveling up to your face instead of stopping at a boxy shirt. Quiet colors help too. Navy, white, cream, soft stripe. So the top stays a calm canvas. Same idea, two results. A boxy, high-necked, high-contrast striped tee. It wears you, and the eye stops at the shirt. A softer stripe with an open neckline and a controlled sleeve. Fresh, light, and your face is what's lit. The stripe was never the point. The neckline was. Quick test, does the neckline bring attention up to your face or trap it down at the shirt? If this is already changing how you see your summer closet, give the video a quick like. It might help another woman realize she doesn't need more summer clothes, only a better way to wear what she has. Now, the fifth piece. Tip 5. One easy summer dress, defined once. The fifth piece is one easy summer dress. And she doesn't own 10. She owns a couple she truly loves and wears on repeat. The trap is either a shapeless sack of a sundress or something too tight and fussy for the heat. Hers is neither. An easy, breathable shape in a natural fabric that skims without clinging. And here's the flexible part, because there's no single rule that flatters every body. The goal is to define the dress once. That one point of structure might be a thin belt, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a self-tie, a wrap shape, a shaped seam, a gentle taper, or a small knot at the front. One clear point of shape, the rest left easy and cool. For length, choose whatever creates a clean proportion and lets you move comfortably. For many women, that's around the knee or mid-calf, but the real test is proportion and ease, not a number. Same dress, two results. Worn with no shape at all. Comfortable, but it reads like a nightgown. Worn with one point of structure, a tie, a belt, a wrap, composed and deliberate. The dress didn't need more decoration. It needed one clear point of shape. Quick test. Where's the one point of structure on your dress? If you can't find it, add one. You've now got the 4 pieces that build the outfit, and the next 3 are what decide whether it looks finished. Tip 6, one hero accessory. A decision, not a pile. The 6th piece isn't clothing. It's the single accessory that finishes the look. Not a pile of jewelry, not armloads of bracelets. One good piece, usually a silk scarf, a straw hat, or a proper pair of sunglasses. But which one? That's the part to get right, because each solves a different problem. So make it a decision, not a default. Ask one question. Does this outfit need color, structure, or face framing? If your face needs a lift of color near it, choose the silk scarf, knotted at the neck or tied to your bag handle. If the silhouette needs a little structure or you need sun, choose the straw hat. If your face wants framing, choose one well-shaped pair of sunglasses that flatters you. One of these, never all 3, because the single beautiful detail is what lifts plain trousers and a tee into she clearly has taste, and a pile just reads as fuss. Same outfit, 2 results. With no finishing detail, fine, but a little plain and unfinished. With one chosen accessory that answers the outfit's actual need. Considered, complete, chic. The accessory isn't there to add more. It's there to finish the one thing that was missing. Quick test. Color, structure, or face framing. Which does this outfit need? Pick the one accessory that answers it. And now the 7th, the piece you've already seen in every outfit, but probably didn't notice. Tip 7, the one bag rule. Why repeating beats matching. Here it is, the seventh, and the real lesson isn't a bag, it's a rule. Most summers, the bag is an afterthought. Bright, trend-driven, swapped to match each outfit, replaced every season. The French woman does the opposite, and it's the quiet secret that ties this whole video together. She repeats one good neutral bag all summer long. The rule is that repetition looks more expensive than matching. One simple, structured bag in neutral leather, tan, cream, navy, black, or a refined straw or canvas tote for daytime, with clean lines and no loud logos, carried with everything. She doesn't match the bag to the outfit. She lets one good bag belong to the entire wardrobe. And that's exactly why it looks expensive. Not because it matches one outfit, but because it belongs to all of them. Think back over everything we've covered. The same one bag works with the linen trousers, the open shirt, the striped top, the sandals, the dress, the hat. It was in every outfit. You just weren't watching it. Same outfit, two results. Carried with a bright, trendy, or worn-out bag. The bag pulls the eye and cheapens the look. Carried with one structured neutral bag. Grown up, intentional, expensive, the bag was doing more than you thought. Final test. Could one good neutral bag work with all 6 pieces we just covered? If yes, that's the only summer bag you need. So here's the whole French lesson in one breath. And it's not a shopping list, it's a formula. Natural fabric, one defined line, quiet color, one beautiful detail, and nothing fighting for attention. That's it. Now let's pay off your scorecard. Think back. How many of the 7 did you already own? And how many were you actually wearing this way? For most women, the answer is, I owned almost all of them, and I was wearing almost none of them right. Because look what those same 7 pieces just became. Linen trousers, an open shirt and the bag for the morning market, the striped top, sandals, and a scarf for lunch with friends. The easy dress, the hat, and the same bag for an afternoon out. The trousers, the shirt drawn over the shoulders, and sunglasses for a cool evening on the terrace. One small wardrobe, a whole summer of outfits, and not one new purchase. That's elegance after 60 in the summer. Not more clothes and not more effort, just fewer, better pieces worn with calm and intention. You may already own the wardrobe. What changes tomorrow is simply how you wear it. Tell me in the comments, of the 7, how many did you already own, and which one will you start wearing the French way tomorrow? The linen trousers, the open shirt, the sandals, or something else. One number and one word is enough. And if you've spent time in France or have your own French summer secret, share it below so another woman reading this can borrow it. I read every comment and I answer. If this gave you a fresh way to see your summer closet, here's the natural next one, on screen now. 3 colors that make gray hair look expensive, because the right color near your face in summer light does for your complexion what these pieces do for your silhouette. Save this for your next warm morning and send it to a friend who always says she has nothing cool to wear. Take care of yourself with intention, and I'll see you very soon.